Hey class, I'm sorry I'm late, but I'm finally here to finally start our studies in this matter. Well, I know I was supposed to make a proper video about this, but in the end of the day, I chose to make a PowerPoint presentation on the topic because I think this is gonna be easier to show you all the important parts of this matter. This matter, of course, being becoming a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Right, so yeah, let's get started. Becoming a fan of JoJo, a presentation by a guy that has nothing else to do. The Tomzing, that's me guys. Look at this dino. So first things first, why JoJo? Well, I've always wanted to watch JoJo. I think I've been impacted with the memes for so long that I wanted to know where they came from. And I wanted to know why people like JoJo so much, because you know what, I knew nothing about it besides a couple memes, so yeah, why not? Plus, a friend of mine recommended it to me, and I felt like, yeah, I think I'll take a look at it, right? So to put it simple, I had a lot of free time, and I watched the entire show in a month, so yeah, it was pretty cool. So me and anime, I've watched anime since, you know, I'm a little kid, and yeah, I grew up watching things like Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto. So I've watched so many different styles of anime that I knew that even if JoJo was just another pew 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 anime, it would be cool to watch, and I wouldn't have anything against it.
Hello there.
Hear the Queen because it's in England, ladies and gentlemen. Hooray! Come on, Queen, you can do it. Thank you. So, part 1 of JoJo. Bros suck is a vampire. I'll try my best not to show or say anything that's like a spoiler, but who knows? So be careful out here. Look at this photograph. Look at this happy family down there. I miss them. I think I should rewatch part 1. So first topic, when the heart is pure. I like how Jonathan Joestar, sorry, is presented. I like the way that he's super pure. He fights for justice, and even though I don't really enjoy characters like this, they're just like, oh, they fight for justice, they're so cool and they're so, you know, right at everything they do. I think with Jonathan here worked pretty well. I really like the character, and this side of being, you know, a warrior of justice, I really liked it. Like I liked this thing, my heart is pure, purely evil. Dio, it's the literal opposite of Jonathan, and that's pretty cool. I like his ambition. I like the fact that he doesn't care about anything but himself, and that he has a goal and he's going after it. And to be honest, that's really cool to put in perspective with Jonathan and how they are completely opposites. Even though I felt a little goofy when I first watched the show, that he's just like, oh, I'm evil because, you know, it worked, and I really enjoy it. And the third topic being the mask and Hamon. I believe that when we have a show like JoJo that presents us with this mystical thing like the mask, it's just something that happens. It does what it does because, and the show, at least in part 1, doesn't explain why that's a thing, and it's fine. I think it's cool to have like this mystical objects or mystical powers like Hamon is, because even though Hamon was explained a little bit, at the end of the day, it's just, you know, super nice energy that only a few people can learn and use, and this is super cool. I like when mystical stuff is presented. That's why I like the Force in Star Wars, or I don't know, the powers in Dragon Ball. Because even if you give a little explanation, oh, they use their body energy to do something, you're not really explaining anything, and it's also keeping how cool that is by itself, right? Even though like Star Wars and Dragon Ball tried to explain everything, and in my opinion destroyed everything. But hey, here I didn't see this happening, and I really enjoyed these things, right? And I'm gonna present a meme of each part that I liked as well, because I mean, it's JoJo, and JoJo is all about memes, right? In part 1, my favorite meme is Kono. I do believe that it was a me, Dio. It's such a goofy thing for the character to do, but it was funny, and in his head this was like almost like a master plan that actually worked, and this is funny. Yeah, I think it was cool. I think it was unexpected, and I enjoyed the goofiness of this thing. Now it's Joseph's time, Tom. And your next line is... Oh, give this video a like. Oh boy, I'll give this video a like. Haha, gotcha. So, the 3 topics for part 2. The protagonists. And with this, of course, I mean Joseph, I mean Caesar, and Lisa. Again, I'm not trying to give spoilers or anything, so I'll try to be simple when I talk about them. I think their dynamic was pretty good of, you know, like a master and the 2 students, especially when like one was already a student and the other one was like this guy that can perform really well, but at the same time doesn't know much about what he's doing and how they grow with this. Even though it was just like a short period of training, it was longer than Jonathan, so I think it worked pretty well. Hamon usages, I mean, it's Joseph, right? Joseph has a bunch of different Hamon usages that, again, I'm not gonna talk about specifically here, but because I like these mystical things, I love the way that he used Hamon in part 2, because it's so different from what Jonathan does, because Jonathan uses this to fight evil in the way he fights evil. You know, he's the justice guy, he's super pure, he's gonna fight with his fists or with his sword, while Joseph, in this scene, he's running after using Hamon in a really funny way. And yeah, throughout this part, he uses it in different ways too. And yeah, I loved it. And the Pillar Man, of course. Wait, where did that come from? Oh, the Pillar Man. So the Pillar Man, as villains, they were awesome. I really enjoyed them. The only thing I knew about them was their theme song. I had no idea what to expect, but you know, they were strong, they were funny, and they were a threat to the world, but you also understand that they were so superior than everybody else in the way that they were gods, right? So it was insane. And I really liked them. And this also links to my favorite meme. There is the Pillar Men themselves. The theme song is insane. Ay, 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 right? And their poses, man, look at this. This is awesome. And the characters themselves, like how they look like humans, and they understand that compared to them they're pathetic, but they still give like the heroes a chance to show them what they got. It's so good. This is so good. Plus, without them we wouldn't get this fantastic pose right here of Joseph and Caesar. And man, look at this. It's awesome. You can't say that it's not awesome. Oh boy, I'm from Egypt. Hooray! Boop. So I don't remember exactly what I wrote there, but yeah, there we go. And here we have the letter. There is another meme I love. This episode was so cool. I really enjoyed this episode. Now, the topics. Character development. I put this here because, you know, I think in general, in every single part, I liked the protagonists and the enemies. I think. I even believe I wrote this things in every single part. But here, I really enjoyed how we got to know more about characters like Polnareff, that I still don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'll pronounce it like I watch it in Japanese. Polnareff. How he got introduced, how we got to know more about him, how we saw him developing this friendship with the other Crusaders to the end of the show as well. What he did at the end of the show, like, it's something like, in my head, he is of course one of the main characters, but he shares the spotlight with Jotaro, I believe. I really enjoyed him. I really enjoyed Kakyoin, even though I don't remember much. I really want to rewatch a lot of things in JoJo, because again, I watched everything in a month, so I just forget a lot of things easily. And because I had no rush, but I was rushing because I wanted to finish the show. And because of this, you know, it's hard to remember everything. But again, Kakyoin was basically the same thing. I enjoyed how he got introduced and how he developed his friendship with the others. And also how he portrays himself. You know, like, you can see a goofy side of Kakyoin, even though he's still badass and super smart. The same thing with Avdol. I really liked Avdol. So, like, I really enjoyed how this part showed us a bunch of different characters, but their story makes sense, and they make such a nice group together that it's cool. It's cool. The comedy, like, come on, just if you ever watch a JoJo and you know this scene, you know that this is funny, you know that this is cool. And part 3 has a lot of funny bits, especially because of Joseph. Joseph is awesome in this part. Like, I know I'm not talking much about Jotaro, but like, he's super cool. But man, Joseph is my favorite character in JoJo, and even though he is not as badass as he was before, Joseph is still really good and really funny. So yeah, comedy was a fantastic thing in this part, and of course you see comedy in all of the parts. Like in part 2, of course, Joseph still brings a lot of comedy all the time to the show, but I believe that part 3, at least from the first 3 and maybe from all the series, it's insanely good. And the last topic being the Warudo. Part 3 is when we got to know and got introduced to the stands. And the first time I saw the stands, I didn't like them. I don't know, I think it just didn't click with me the first time I saw it, because I was just in love with Hamon and everything, the mask. But hey, I got to enjoy it, and I love it. I really enjoy the stands now, and especially one in particular. I mean, I like Star Platinum. Oh, look at this. Don't get me wrong, but you know, Zawarudo is Zawarudo, right? So my favorite meme, even though I loved Joseph here with the oh no and oh my god things, I mean, you can't beat. Like, I think this is the meme of the memes in JoJo. I think this is what even people that never watch a JoJo know about. Of course, we have the oh, you're approaching me thing, that it's really cool, but I think Zawarudo is the thing that kinda defies JoJo. Like, even if you never watch it, you know what you're talking about. You know what Zawadado is, and you know what Zawadado does. So yeah, I think this is my favorite meme of part 3.
Shine bright like a diamond.
So, part 4, High School Musical. Why? I don't know. I just had to write something down and I had no idea what to, so High School Musical. Yeah, don't talk about this guy's hair, he doesn't like it. The connection with part 3. Of course, part 2 connects to part 1 and then part 3 connects to part 2. But I like how we are early introduced with another Jotaro, right? That grew up, and we know what happened to Joseph, or at least what Joseph did, right? And I like how the stands are explained here. This is the best connection with part 3, is the fact that part 3 is connected to the stands of part 4, and that's pretty cool. It's not just like, you know, from part 2 to part 3, basically, yeah, you understand the backstory, you understand what the mask was all about, but to really connect part 2 with 3 was just Joseph, specifically Joseph. But now we have the stands, we have Josuke, we have Jotaro, so yeah, I like this. I like this. Sadness and Sorrow, if you do not know, it's a sad music in Naruto, the one that goes doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. And I say this because even though part 3 had sad moments, part 1, 2, and 3 had sad moments, there's a specific thing that happens in part 4 that shocked me in so many levels that I was not expecting at all to happen. And when it happened, I felt really emotional. It was insane. Again, I'm not gonna talk about it, but so if you never watch it, you will not know what it is. But if you have watched a JoJo, you know that I know what I'm talking about. I wasn't expecting that at all. And yeah, I think part 4, when it started, I wasn't super into it. But when we reached this part of the story, man, I couldn't stop watching. It's just insane. And of course, the antagonist, the enemy, the opponent, the bad guy, this guy right here, Kita, is insane as a villain. Like, I do believe that Dio is the best villain in JoJo, but Kita is insane. Like, again, no spoilers, but it just feels real. You know, it is scary because it feels real. How he portrays himself, what he does, and how psychotic he is. It's something like, maybe from all the villains in JoJo, Kita might be the one, well, of course, the next one, but I think Kita is the one that, if JoJo was real, you know, like stands were a thing, Kita would be the scariest of them all, I believe, because he's just a psycho, and you know, he's such a nice villain. Like, I've read people saying that he's their favorite villain in JoJo, and I understand why. It's insane. It's super good. Woo! So what's my favorite meme of part 4? So as I said before, because I watched everything in just one go, when I reached this part in this PowerPoint presentation, I didn't remember exactly every single funny thing that happened, but then I remember this. Wait, this? Okay, master, let's get to the hole. Bitch! This is awesome. Like, I knew this before it happened, but I totally forgot about it, so this actually surprised me. I remember seeing this GIF before watching JoJo, and I thought this was, you know, a villain doing something. Yeah, I couldn't be more wrong. But this is awesome, this is funny, you're not expecting it, but also this meme in particular generated another meme in the VTuber community. I'm gonna show a little bit of it for you guys, but the full video is in the description. It was a conversation between two VTubers, Pikami and Tomoshika, and that was super funny. And again, I watched that before watching JoJo, so I had no idea what was going on, but it was just super funny. I mean, just look at this.
Get it! Let's kill the hole! Hole? Hole? Let's kill the hole! Let's kill the hole? Yeah! あの槍マンぶっ殺そうぜみたいな。え？
Got it? Because it's in Italy?
It's me!
Whoa! Pineapple on pizza, but without pineapples and pizzas. At least I don't remember if they had pizzas there, but I'm pretty sure there were no pineapples. And here we have Bruno Bucciarati. So, first topic, the crew. Like I said before, I always like the protagonists and their group, their friends. But I believe that here, the crew hits different. I don't know, they're so united, you know, because they knew themselves from before we get introduced to them. And they are nice friends. And, you know, you see that they like each other, they care about each other. And as we learn their stand powers, we get to know and like them more and more, to the point that now we care about all of them. And it's cool that even though we are watching a story of all of them, each one of them has a moment to shine and to be properly introduced. And I think I like all of them. I like all of them. It's different from part 4 because I don't remember all the names, but like the girl that likes Koichi, I wasn't really understanding and liking her, or the chef, you know, a bunch of characters that felt like they just got introduced but didn't have much to do. But here, everybody had their moment, so yeah, I really liked it. The second topic being Bruno Bucciarati himself. Like I said before with Polnareff, I said that Polnareff shares the top protagonist spot with Jotaro in part 3. But here, in my opinion, Bucciarati is the main character of part 5. It's insane. Of course, the main character is Giorno Giovana, but Bucciarati shines from the start to the end. Bucciarati is fun, Bucciarati is strong, he is the main character, I don't care. He is the main character. I love Bucciarati, and that's one of the reasons why he's in this infinite loop here in my PowerPoint, because when I think about part 4, about part 5, I think about Bucciarati. And the main villain. Again, without spoilers, I can't say much about him, but I like his ambition. I like that he wants to do something, he wants power, and he goes for it. He doesn't care. I like his presentation. I like how we get introduced to the idea of him and then to himself, and how we get to learn more and more about him through the series, especially at the end. I like his powers, I like his stand, I like him. I really enjoyed the main villain that I'm not even gonna mention the name, but I mean, after all, this is something that they gonna mention that, but this character is really good, it's really cool, I really enjoy it. And oh, it flew away. So I was thinking, what's the best meme about Part 5? And watching a bunch of videos, I remember, because of course I remember, because the viewer literally showed me Mista's stand just going, Mista! I really like that, it's really funny every time. But I think the best meme of Part 5 is, of course, the torture dance. I mean, look at this. This is another meme that, even if you never watched JoJo, you probably saw a bit before on the internet. And like, the concept of this is insane. I mean, the torture dance. You can see that torture is happening and the other characters are just dancing. It's insane. It's literally in the name. It's bizarre by the name itself. And when you watch it, you're just like, yeah, this is really cool. And in my head, I think I thought, before watching the show, of course, that they were villains as well. I don't know why, but when I see, you know, the main characters doing things that maybe you're not expecting the main characters to do, I always think they're villains or something. But yeah, this is insane, and the music is really good. It's not like that, right? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, that's okay. Wait, okay. Oh no, they're getting arrested because they don't have a nice attorney to do something for.
Objection!
Prison Break. Never watched a Prison Break, but by the name I can assume there is a prison and a break. Here's this. So, 3 topics. The girls. Part 6 introduced a bunch of characters that are important to the main story, but I just want to talk about the girls here. Jolyne, Hermes, and FF. And I like how they became friends. I like how they care about each other, because, you know, the whole thing about Part 6 is we are in a prison, right? So it makes sense that they develop this friendship with time. But man, Jolyne is super cool. I like how she's introduced. I like the backstory that they tell us on how she got to the prison. I like Hermes being strong, but also wants to do something specifically there. And I like how FF was introduced and how FF became friends with Jolyne and Hermes. FF, as I was watching the show, FF became my favorite character. I really enjoy the girls, how strong they are, how focused they are to do the right thing, and I like their stance. You know, I really like their stance. And this is, wait, what? It just shows up and goes into position. Okay. The prison and stance. I like basically all the stands presented throughout the whole JoJo's Bizarre Adventure thing anime, from part 1 to 6. I don't read the manga, so yeah, I know nothing about the other parts, but I just like, for some reason, in part 6, a bunch of the stands were cooler to me. I don't know, especially at the end of this part, we are introduced to couple that are really strong and really interesting. There's one here that I don't want to mention what it does, but if I'm not wrong, it's Bohemian Rhapsody. And that's so cool, it's insane, And the prison itself, because, hey, part 1 takes place in more than one location, like part 2, part 3 as well. Part 4 is only in Morio, and I like that. That we see all these events happening in a specific city. In part 5, it's in a bunch of locations in Italy, right? But here in part 6, it's the prison. Of course, we see other places, but the majority of the time, we are just in the prison. And we need to see this prison life of people with stands, and this is crazy. And I like how they were able to do this without making it feel weird or not necessarily like goofy in the worst way, but like it's cool. It's cool how they're all in the same place, but they're still following the rules of, you are in the prison. This is cool. This is cool. And forgive me, Father, because there's a priest in that prison, and that priest is really cool. I like what he does and why he does what he does. He is a proper villain. He is a strong character. A character that, he's an asshole, but you kind of respect how he is an asshole. I don't know. I really enjoyed Father Pucci. And what the hell? The meme. I couldn't remember any. I just remember one thing. Because hey, I'm not doing any type of research for this video. So I couldn't remember any meme. But one that, if I'm not wrong, is literally in the first episode. If I'm not wrong, during part 6, there are 2 situations where Jolyne can't pronounce a word, and this is literally the first one. And wait, where's the image? Why is it so slow? What is this animation, man? The M word. She couldn't figure out the M word for the moment she was talking about until she did. And this moment is funny. I understand that just looking at this image, you have absolutely no idea what's going on. But the way she was explaining what happened and how embarrassed she was, that was really funny. That was really fun. This is in the first episode, so even if you don't want to watch the show, I think this is a funny bit for you to watch. And yeah, I think this is my presentation, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Top 3 bonus! I forgot about the bonus! I really enjoyed the music in JoJo, being the openings, the endings, the theme songs. I mean, I already mentioned the Pillar Man theme song, but like Jonathan's, Jotaro, Josuke's. I love Jolyne's, JoJo's Stone Ocean, Giorno's. Music in JoJo is fantastic, but here's my top 3 openings and endings of JoJo. The second topic I want to talk about are the poses. The poses themselves, they are memes, and like, even if you never watched a JoJo, you probably saw JoJo poses every now and then. I'll be showing you some that I like. I myself, I I'm planning to use some IRL because I'm Brazilian, and apparently a bunch of hand gestures that people normally use in photos are now gang signs for some reason. So yeah, I think I should strike some JoJo poses. And as I'm showing you the poses, I'm gonna talk about the third topic. There's the final one, just to close this video. And it's the journey itself. I mean, I loved part 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. Almost skipped one here. I understand that some people skip part 1 and 2 because, you know, they don't have stands, and from 3 onwards they connect the most. But I loved everything about each part. If all of JoJo was like part 1, I would have watched it anyway because I loved it. I loved the characters, I loved the stands, I loved the powers, I loved everything that is mystical, even if they dropped some things as the story progressed. You know, I loved JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as an anime, and it's one of my favorites now, you know. I'm even planning to buy some JoJo games and some JoJo merch because it had a little impact on me, and I really enjoyed. So yeah, hopefully if you've never watched a JoJo, this video made you interested in it. And if you have already watched a JoJo, tell me what your favorite things were. Tell me your first experience with it. Tell me about what you liked the most the first time you watched it. And I would love to read your comments down below. And in the future, I'm planning to do more videos about JoJo, like the things I didn't like, or, you know, I don't know, a top 10 something, because JoJo has a lot of good stuff that we can talk about, and I'll definitely talk about more of it in the future. But yeah, this was the video. Hope you liked it, and please don't forget to give it a like, a subscribe if you will. I would love, again, to read your comments down below. And if you enjoyed my content, feel free to also check my Twitch channel out. I'm way more active there, and I love to play a lot of different stuff, so it'll be cool to have you there too. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.